Welcome to our midday mindfulness. We'll wait just a few minutes. It has been an official Monday. I just pulled out a match and even the match is bent. How is that not just a Monday kind of thing? All right. So we'll start off with a little virtual sage, and then we'll get started. So we use this sage just to help clear the energy of our space and then the energy within us. And I will virtually cleanse all of you. And then it's nice just to let the sage go out on its own. So I always just sit it in a little holder and like an incense, just let it burn around me. And it's a really nice smell to kind of allow that smell and that scent to fill your space. We'll start off our mindfulness practice with just a few cleansing breaths. So allow your eyes to close. You can do this practice seated or you can do it lay it down. And we'll take a deep breath in through our nose. Everything that took us to get here at this point in time today, so waking up, getting ready, even just picking up our phones, we'll take an inhale of all those things and we exhale it out the mouth. Let it all go. Inhale anything you have up and coming, so any more Zoom calls, any emails, any text messages you need to answer, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out your mouth. And now inhale anything that's already happened, anything that's up and coming, and anything that's still lingering on. Take an inhale. Exhale out your mouth. And just notice how much better the body feels with those cleansing breaths. You're just letting go of stale, stagnant energy that's been in the body. And you can allow the body to start to be more mindful. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And just watching the rise and fall of each hand as the air travels up and down the body. And see if you can start to take your inhales and exhales just through the nose. And as you imagine that breath moving up and down the body, you can feel the rise and fall of your hands. And we'll allow that breath to start to move side to side as well. So allow that breath to start at your lower hand, travel up to your hand at your heart, but as it moves to your hand at your heart, expanding through the rib cage, moving sides and side, expanding your back ribs, your front ribs, and fully expanding the chest with air. And exhale it out, moving it back and down. Inhaling again from that bottom hand, allow that air to move up and down as well as side to side. And exhale, allow that air to move back and down. And just notice how much more peaceful your body is at just from these few inhales and exhales. You may notice things that were on your mind before you logged on have finally started to leave. Now you have a little more clarity. Great job, guys. Take just a few more inhales and exhales like this. Soft and smooth breathing. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose, filling all the way up into your hand at your heart. See if you can sip in just a little more air, filling up right below your collarbones, and then we'll hold the breath, doing a little breath retention, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Let that breath go. Let's take a cleansing breath just to clear the energy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out your mouth. Let it go. So I know this will be mirrored for you guys, and when I repost this on YouTube, I always put what the book is. This is another book, of course, from Thich Nhat Hanh, who clearly I have a book issue with because I have all of his books. And this was just a little small pocket book, and it is How to Love. And out of How to Love, we're going to be discussing the body and the mind. So that's what this breath work was doing. It was helping to connect our body and our mind. And I'll just read a little bit of this passage for you. It says, body and mind are not two separate entities. What happens in the body will affect on the mind and vice versa. Mind relies on the body to manifest, and body relies on mind in order to be alive, in order to be possible. When you love someone, you have to respect her, not only her mind, but also her body. I love that he says her instead of him. You respect your own body and you respect her or his body. Your body is you. Your body is your mind, and the other person's mind and body are also connected. So it's really important to build this connection between the body and the mind. And in this little passage, he's talking about building a connection within yourself before you're loving someone else. And I know love can be a triggering word, so we won't say necessarily love. Everyone knows I love to say kind instead of love. So how to be kind is by building a connection of kindness between your body and your mind, just like you're doing right now, taking a few moments out of your day to be mindful. And then you spend that kindness and spread that kindness out to others. And you can't give kindness to other people unless you've filled up your own pocketbook full of kindness. So allow your eyes to close for just a moment. And I want you to think about 3 kind things about yourself. 3 things that you love. And if you don't enjoy the word love, if that triggers you, 3 things that are kind about yourself. Let's take just a moment to think of those 3 things. And then gently open your eyes. And the 3 things that you thought about, maybe jot them down today, maybe put them on a Post-it and put it somewhere in the house that you'll be able to see it a few times a day. And when things come up that cause discomfort, when triggers arise, when you have moments of, why am I still stuck in my house? Go back to those 3 things and remember what you love about yourself, what's kind about yourself. Think about those 3 things one more time. Put them inside your heart. Building that connection between the mind and the body. And one way to get back to the mind and the body is through your breath. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Bring your hands down towards your knees if you're seated. If you're laying down, you can bring your hands down towards the side. And we'll move through a guided meditation. So allow your eyes to gently close. Sometimes it's hard to close your eyes, and if it's hard to close your eyes, you can just start to gaze down towards the ground or gently allow the eyes to drift down. I want you to come back to those 3 things that are kind about yourself. I want you just to allow the breath to be. Allow the body to be. And allow yourself to be. Remembering that our mindfulness practice isn't the absence of thoughts. It's acknowledging the thoughts that are there, allowing those to pass that don't serve you, and coming back to thoughts that do serve you. So as you take this practice, if ideas come to mind that are stressful, that are hard, being stuck in the house, working from home, or not being able to work from home, whatever is coming up for you as you sit and you breathe, And then allow it to pass. And come back to those 3 things that make you kind, that are kinder about yourself, that you love about yourself. Take just a few more inhales and exhales like this. We're starting off slow and small. That's why these mindfulness sections are only 15 minutes. And if ideas come back to mind, come back to the 3 things that are kind about yourself. Letting those negative things just pass through you. And then finding kindness. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out your mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. Great job, guys. So when you're building this mindfulness practice, that's why I only have it 15 minutes each time. It truly is a practice. It's not like you're going to go out there and run a 5K. You're going to practice. You're going to build up to it. And that's what we do for mindfulness. So we start off small. We do 15 minutes of just observing the breath. We do 15 minutes of observing ourselves. We find a connection within, and then we meditate for just a few minutes. So I hope to see you guys Wednesday and Friday, same time, 12:15. I will have this posted up on YouTube by the end of the day. So definitely check the link in my bio. So if you tuned in a little later, you'll be able to see it from the beginning. Have a wonderful day, you guys. And anytime you get stressed out today, anytime it becomes challenging, come back to those 3 things about yourself. Namaste.